Hey guys, it is Amika Westerfield, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and it is Saturday, August 22nd, 2020. I opened up my paper pumpkin earlier. It is called World's Greatest, August 2020. I have one more of these sets for sale if anyone wants it, contact me. It's $22, and if I'm shipping it to you, then it would be whatever the shipping cost is. All right, and then I strongly recommend you guys get on and order the paper pumpkin for September by September 10th, because it is going to be the Halloween one, which should be fabulous. It's always fantastic, like a Halloween fallish set. All right, so I'm gonna lower this down and do paper pumpkin with you. I love paper pumpkin because it is like a little special treat for me. So like I said, I opened it before. Oh, here's a little peek. Hello, paper pumpkin. So order by September 10th. Look at that fancy box that's going to be coming. And so maybe it's pumpkin theme. I see a little black cat there and a little witch's hat. So I think it's going to be kind of fun. Those little pumpkins look cool. A little bit of a teaser. Beautiful tissue paper. I actually save the tissue paper in paper pumpkin. I love using it in my gift bags, and it saves me a little bit of money, and it's just a real pretty tissue paper. You can also do a technique where you make envelopes with wax paper and tissue paper, and I will have to do that as a training video later. Sorry, probably boring watching me do that. So I always put my tissue paper aside. There is usually, so this was shrink wrapped, and the box was shrink wrapped if you didn't see me open it earlier. There is a piece of cardboard, chipboard. I save this because I love doing like mini scrapbooks and special like boxes and stuff like that for gifts, and this is a perfect weight and size to make stuff like that out of. If you're not into that, then you can, I guess you could use it to start a fire in your fire pit. That would be fun too. Alrighty, so in the paper pumpkin box, I'm going to start off by showing you the instructions. Ta-da! And this particular set has enough supplies to make 9 cards. So if you think about it, if you're paying $22, so if you order from Paper Pumpkin from my website, it's $22 plus tax, and the shipping is free from Stampin' Up! The only reason why I'm charging shipping is because I have to mail it from the post office, so I just charge you whatever I'm charged. But you get stamps, a full set of stamps, a Stampin' Spot, this month it's Pacific Point, and aside from adhesive and scissors, and the clear block, which you get the thinner paper pumpkin clear block with your first paper pumpkin shipment, you get everything you need to make all the supplies in here. I mean, that's pretty cool. So this is 9 cards and a stamp set and a Stampin' Spot that you can use on other projects. Plus there's usually leftover pieces for, I mean, literally just a couple bucks and some change for a card. And you don't have to go run to the store and stand in line trying to figure out something. These are really cute. So this has some alternate projects that you can do with this set, which I'm a big fan of. I actually like the pencil a lot on the gift bag for like a teacher. And this is just real fun. So let's put these together. Inside the instructions are black and white and they're basic. I will try to follow them. I'm horrible about just kind of like doing my own thing. But you know, I'll try to be good. All right, I'm going to lower the camera. Okay. So on the instructions, you notice this little ruler. It's perfect because if you don't have your ruler handy, which I actually do not have my ruler handy, then you can measure out like the ribbon to be cut or whatever. This is gorgeous ribbon. All right, I wonder if we sell this. I love this ribbon. Okay, anyways, so let's get started on the cards. The instructions say, stamp sentiments and distinctive ribbon images. All right, so these kinds of stamps are really cool, because when you stamp them, as you will find out, they're almost like a 3D effect to them. They're a really, really cool ribbon. So I'm going to set aside the window sheets, which is for the window shaker card. They're clear. I don't want to lose them, so I'm going to put them there where hopefully I can find them. Love these envelopes. And I'm going to start with my card bases. So what I usually do when I go through Paper Pumpkin, if it's a card kit, I go ahead and fold all of my card bases at once and crease them. You can use a bone folder if you want a nice crisp fold. I just use my hands because there's already the crease there. So there's 3 with this cool blue argyle pattern, 3 whisper white ones, and I'm going to crease those, and 3 of this green argyle pattern, also pretty. And like I had mentioned in my other videos, sometimes I will do just one of each card in the set as they're supposed to be, and I'll create other projects with this. So I might do some funky Christmas cards with this. This time I'm just making up a bunch of cards. I need a crud ton of thank you cards and birthday cards. So That's what I'm going to do. I like to pre-punch out my pieces, and then some people like to stamp them and then punch them out or keep them in these, you know, like in the paper that they come in, but I'm not like that. I punch them out, and as you get paper pumpkin, I actually use our little photo album for the Memories and More, and the little sleeves to store the stamps in, so I can find the stamps easily. And if there's any extra accessories, these empty paper pumpkin boxes are great for wrapping gifts. They're great for, I store my Stampin' Blends in them, but they're also good, like I'll do all of the like tags and die cuts extra in here. If there's like extra embellishments, like, I don't know, like little stars or something, I will store them in another, so that on other projects I can just be like, oh, I just want to do something fun, and there will already be some stuff I can grab and use. Okay, back to the project. All right, so I punched these out, and I know it's kind of boring watching all of this, but sometimes it's good. All right, the vellum is beautiful, and I might leave that in here for right now, just so I don't bend it up. I am going to punch out the little trophies. They're so cute. Do you see them? They're so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love these. All right, now sometimes these are self-adhesive. These are not. Oh my gosh, but they're gorgeous. Do you see how they're embossed? They're the foil. So I'm just gonna make my little stacks of embellishments. And I love in Paper Pumpkin, one thing that I do love is how everything is perforated, and a lot of it is embossed or folded. It's really ready for you to stamp and assemble, which is sometimes kind of fun. You know, sometimes I like creating things from scratch, but other times it's nice to have all the guesswork done for me, and this is one of those cases. Now, occasionally, there's not a lot of room to punch out stuff, but sometimes the foil, the stuff that's left over, I will use different punches I have, like to punch out, let's say, little hearts. I'm throwing this away right now, but that is something to keep in mind. All right. Oh, the other thing, I don't know if you noticed it, but the handles have little punch outs here too. Oh, cute. Sometimes I miss that, and if you do, it's really not the end of the world. It's no big deal. But I like to try to do all this at once, and then I find that it makes completing my projects much easier as I get to assembling them. And if you are assembling all the cards exactly as they are, I like to do it as what I call assembly line style, but in the case of this video, I'm just going to make one of each card. I think would be the best way to do. Oh my gosh, I love these tags. Usually there's leftovers of tags like this, so we'll see when I'm done. And these kind of things are great for, you know, card fronts as an embellishment, or as straight up tags, like if you do a gift bag for a baby shower, or a gift bag for the kids' teachers at school, or, you know, whatever. It's kind of nice to have all of these. Sorry, my husband John, all of these in a box ready to go and stamp or whatever. And then these little circles. I'm excited to see what all these are used for. I actually have no clue. Okay, so, all right, punching all these out and putting them in a pile over here. And then last but not least, these I think are for our shaker cards, which are cool. So we have these big circles. This little frame, I don't know if we use it on the projects, but if we do not, I'm going to keep this aside, because what I would do is I would take something else to cover up the circle, or use it as like a window to look through, and just use that as another frame on another project. But it might be for this Paper Pumpkin kit. We'll see shortly. See, it's a surprise for me too. All right. And one thing I do like about Paper Pumpkin is that you never know what you're going to get. And if it's something you hate, like I've had sets that I've totally turned into mini scrapbooks and just salvaged, you know, used all the pieces and stuff for other projects. But it's just fun. All right, I think I have everything punched out. So now it is telling us to do stamp, God bless you, stamp distinctive ribbon images. Okay, so it looks like they stamped these on these big white papers. So I am going to stamp, if you notice on the cards, all right, I see it right there. So it's on this one here. So we're going to stamp 3 of them for right now. And I usually use my full-size pads that I have, but today I'm trying to just be like if I were you and I didn't have all my extra stuff. So I just kind of use my paper snips, and I strongly recommend the paper snips. They're only 10 bucks. Use the August code so you're entered in my August drawing. And yeah, they're awesome. I use them for everything. I'm recently into Color Street, and I found they're really good for trimming the nails down if you want to do different patterns and whatnot. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. This would make a cute little sunflower too. Did you see it? So cute. Okay, so I'm putting this on my clear block. When your stamp is bigger than the ink pad, you lay the stamp sunny side up and then you ink it up like that. And usually when it's the first time I've stamped an image, I will stamp it off on a piece of paper. But since this is just white, I'm going to stamp on one side, and if I hate it, I'll stamp the other. Now, if your stamp is a small stamp, smaller than the ink pad, then you would do it vice versa. All right, so these are clear, and I'm going to look through and try to make sure I line it up. And I'm just going to push straight down and lift straight up. Oh, so pretty. You know what? I said I'm just going to do one, but I'm going to do all three of them since I have this stamp all ready to go and all the things punched out. And Paper Pumpkin is really quick. What I love about Paper Pumpkin is you literally can take it anywhere to do. I mean, obviously you're not going to do Paper Pumpkin in the middle of church, but if you're like traveling on a train or on a plane. Now the plane, you'd have to cut everything out because you can't bring on the scissors, but all the rest of the stuff you could do. You could have everything pre-cut out, like cut your ribbon before you get on the plane and assemble cards or whatever. So it's just kind of fun. My daughter should be home pretty soon and my son, so there'll be a lot of chaos in a few moments. And I just stamped that. And then this is the distinctive image. Do you see how that looks like a rippled ribbon? Kind of cool. So I haven't used this in a while, but I'm using my Stampin' Scrub. So this is my Stampin' Scrub. And for those of you who forgot, the Stampin' Scrub has a wet side and a dry side. And this is going to be my wet side for right now. And this is one of the old ones. But this is Stampin' Mist Great Conditioner. Usually for my clear stamps, I use my, it's like a purple sham that we sell. But, and this is, I love this for the rubber because it gets in the nooks and crannies. But today, I'm just using this for this also, my clear stamps. All right, so got that one done. And then I'm going to put this back here. I like to put my clear stamps back on my page so I don't lose them, especially the small ones, because I've spent time hunting for things on the floor. All right, so we stamped the ribbon images. And then, let's see. It wants us to stamp all the sentiments, it says. So this is World's Greatest. Okay, so we're going to stamp World's Greatest next on these little trophies. These are so cute. Okay, so World's Greatest. And then I'm looking on the stamp set. Now, if I didn't want to do World's Greatest, I think I am going to do World's Greatest just because, or You're the Best. Maybe I'll do You're the Best. I like You're the Best. I'm going to do You're the Best. Because like I said, I'm going to do thank you cards and birthday cards. Sorry about that. So this says You're the Best. And just kind of line that up. And if for some reason I messed that up, I would just take like another piece of paper and stamp it on there and then cut it out and like pop it off. And it would work out okay. Cute. I'm doing all three of these the same. And I feel like You're the Best is good because I could do happy birthday, or I could do thank you, or I could do like You're the best friend, or whatever. And the stamp set's kind of cool because it has like coach and teacher and some things that you don't necessarily find on other stamp sets. So that's always kind of cool. All right, so I got the You're the Best stamp. Let's see what else I need to stamp. Oh, You Deserve. So the next one we're going to do is on the smaller circle. And so I'm kind of looking at this. So I need to do, oh, I see it says You're the Best on that one also. It's all good. We can mix it up how we want. You Deserve a Medal. Fun. So we're going to do that on the medal one. You Deserve a Medal. So that is going to go on one of these small ones. So we need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. The cool thing about stamping is if you mess up, there's 2 sides. So you can flip it around and do the other side if you mess up something. Or if you really mess up, there is a few extra pieces in here on the circles. Okay, so You Deserve a Medal. Circles are forgiving. As long as you center them, you can really stamp them any which way because you just turn the circle how you want. Right? You Deserve. And I'm not very good at stamping upside down, so I apologize that you have to watch me upside down. So You Deserve a Medal. And then the last one that I am going to do is the one I should have done on the ribbon. So You're the Best should have gone on the ribbon. But you know me, I'm a rebel. All right, let's find what I want to put on the ribbon. So I have that upside down. That makes it hard to read. You're the best. Let's see. World's Greatest. I think I'm going to do World's Greatest on the ribbon. Okay? And we will do... Alright. So this is kind of cool because this is going to get double matted. So 3 of these for World's Greatest. And here comes one of my kids now. So if I start yelling at my dog, or my dog starts barking, I apologize in advance. And I think this might be my daughter. If they're singing, it's my daughter. So, yep, this is World's Greatest, and yes, that is my daughter. All right, so there's World's Greatest. And then the next stage I'm going to do, Welcome Home. So the next stage I'm doing, after I stamped World's Greatest, is I'm going to start assembling everything, because I think I stamped everything I was supposed to stamp. So, here we go. I'm recording, Georgie. Sorry. All right. So we have those, and now we start the assembly process, which is fun, fun, fun. All right, let us start with the trophy. I feel like the trophy's good. Okay, so on the ribbon, do we use the ribbon on 2 things? Okay, so we're using the ribbon on this card, and we're also using the ribbon on that card. And in here, it says cut 6 3-inch pieces of ribbon and 3 3.5-inch piece of ribbon. So we're going to find the ribbon. Here's the ribbon. We are going to use the little guide that's right here. All right, so 6 3-inches and 3 3.5. It doesn't seem that long, but we shall see. I'm going to trust the process. So line it up there, and it looks like about there. So this is what I do when I cut ribbon. I trim the first piece, and then I take it and cut against the ribbon. You want to do it against the first ribbon, otherwise your pieces will get progressively bigger. So the very first piece I might cut right to the line or just slightly under the line, and then after that I mix it up. So this is my 3-inch piece, and I need 6 of them. Excuse me. So this is probably the hardest part of the whole thing, and it's really not that hard. Like I said, I love the paper snips. Now, I do like to have, now mine have gotten mixed up over the years with all my classes and stuff I have, but I enjoy having 2 sets of paper snips, and I use one for paper and another one for fabric, like ribbon and stuff like that. And I recommend that because it is, the blade wears differently when you cut paper versus cloth. So it's easier if you have 2 sets of paper snips. I mean, you can use them for both, just know that they might wear a little faster if you're using them for both. Now the counting part is tricky. I'm just joking. Okay, so this is 5. I just need 1 more. And then I'm going to cut my 3.5-inch pieces. The Pacific Point is so gorgeous. I just love it. All right. I love how our colors coordinate. That's actually the #1 thing that got me hooked on Stampin' Up! Was the color coordination across the line. All right, so we did our 6 pieces of 3-inch. Now we're going to do 3.5 inches, which is right there. All right, and I think I need only 3 of these. So I'm going to have leftover Pacific Point, which makes me happy. Can maybe use it on something fun. So that's 1. This is going to be piece 2. Well, I hope I don't run out of video. The video seems to poop out around 25 minutes. If I do, I'll stop it and do a 3rd one. That's a bad thing about recording on my phone. For whatever reason, it has like a limited amount that it will record before it kicks me out. I should have done it as a live or a Zoom. I apologize. All right, there's 3.5 inches. So I'm going to put that on this side so I don't mix it up. I like keeping our bags. Our bags are good to store little pieces in. All right, from there, we're going to do the ribbon for the trophy card. So you notice how they notched it at the end? We're going to notch the ribbons. And let's see here if I can figure out which way's notched how. All right, the longer pieces are these. So those are going to go the trophy card. So what I'm going to do is I like to fold the ribbon in half this way when I cut notches. And you want to remember the pointy part out is going to be the part that you need to have the longest. And then I just will angle in from this. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other half where I fold it in half like this. Checking my time to make sure I'm not running out. I'm so sorry. I think I'm going to have to do 2 videos, and I apologize. So we'll call this Paper Pumpkin August 2020 video 1. All right, so that's the long part. My disclaimer on scissors is they are sharp, so be careful. Which you should know, but you know, that's my official disclaimer. And then there's that. Alright, so I'm cutting that. So I want these 3 pieces cut like this, and I'm just going to do it now. You're already a captive audience, and if you're not, you can always fast forward it or come back later. You know, you have options, which is kind of cool with videos that aren't live because it gives you lots of options. And I think the quality is higher whenever I don't do a Facebook Live. So on my Stampin' Up! Videos, I tend not to do lives. Unless I'm like doing, like showing a new product or something. Alright, and if I was brave, I would like put all 3 of them together, but sometimes it makes it lumpy and it cuts weird, so I don't want to ruin my pretty ribbon. Even though there's enough to do another piece or 2 if I need it. Ooh, that one was kind of wonky. Alright, let's do the last piece of this. And then we're going to cut the other ribbon. So this one's going to end with a ribbon cut, which is fun. They're killing mosquitoes. I let a ton of mosquitoes in the house, and they've eaten me alive. I mean, I didn't do it on purpose, just going in and out. So, all right, so on this one here, these 3 go under this guy. And then the ones that go here, we only need to cut one end. So they're next to each other, so I want them to match. So I did double up the pieces. I'm folding it in half, and I really want to make sure my corners and edges line up. And if this one doesn't work, then I will do it one piece at a time on the other one. Ooh, it's working. Perfect. So we just need to do it on one side, yeah? So I'm going to do that to all of these, and I'm going to keep them in their stacks so that they match really nicely. And I take the nicer end out whenever it's only one side, because the other side can be hidden underneath the tag. You know, just kind of like a little hack there if you tend to cut crooked, which I sometimes do. All right, so angling this one. Cool beans. And then I have the last ribbon to do, and I just feel like I should maybe start another video to finish these off. But we'll see. I might let it go till it dies. Last time I did it, though, I missed like a whole step because I was yakking and I lost track. All right, so I'm going to angle this here. So if you're following along at home, you can always pause it if I'm going too fast, or fast forward it if I'm going too slow. All right, so all my ribbon is cut. So check on the ribbon. Next, I'm supposed to attach the foil. Oh, the foil's pretty. So that's going on these guys here, right? So that's these pieces of foil. Now remember I told you about the Stampin' Seal adhesive? I love this one, but because this is a ribbon, I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus. It's like kind of like the super glue of adhesive. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to, I haven't used it in a while. All right, I'm going to angle it down like this. And this is kind of cool. I don't know if you can see, but it's got like perforated pieces. And then I am going to line it up so it kind of matches the bottom of the ribbon and match up the sides, yeah? And then press down, and I'm going to do that to all the ribbons. Now, if the video cuts out, I will just continue this process because I already showed you on one. And if I was a real techno geek, my daughter actually is, so I should have her teach me how to do it. You know when those ladies, they do the videos and there's like music playing and they just do the image but they fast forward it, like when they cook and do crafts? I should do that so as not to bore you all with my banter. So we're doing that and losing pieces right and left, but that's okay. All right. And then I want to finish that up with these, so I know those two are a pair, these two are a pair, and a lot of times I will just take these and just put the, ooh, I lost a ribbon. Oh, here it is. There's exactly enough of these foils, so you don't want to lose these foil ribbons. There's exactly 6. So some of the things have exactly the amount, like the trophy, but some of them will have extra, like the white circles have extra. You know, and if I could just do this in a straight line, that'd be fabulous. But it's more entertaining for you whenever I'm struggling. All right, there's that one. And here's this one. So prayers going out to all my friends and family and people who are in New Orleans and the Gulf with those hurricanes. I'm hoping they miss everyone and kind of do something or not get strong, maybe weaken. Kind of scary. So prayers going out to all y'all. All right, there's that one. And then the last 2 pieces, here's one here. This, like I said, this is a super glue of adhesive, so you want to make sure you don't lay it down sticky side down because it'll stick to whatever you lay it on. There's that. And then the last ribbon here goes like this. Cool. Now I feel like it's a perfect time to start video 2. So I'm going to say I will see you in a few minutes with video 2, and we will finish all these cards. See you in a couple minutes. Thank you.